Relationships, what makes relationships work and what doesn't work? We have so many misconceptions about what's important in relationship. And one of the biggest ones is this about chemistry. Oh, we've got great chemistry. She turns me on, he turns me on. Chemistry is really what makes great relationships. Nope, not true. Chemistry is yet another myth. Because chemistry just means literally chemicals. You've got chemicals, you've got hormones and serotonin and dopamine rushing through your system. So yes, it is a chemical rush, and it has this high kind of feeling, it's kind of euphoric. But when the chemistry is great, when you've got all that running through your system, you're not having deep, meaningful conversations with someone. You're not finding out who they are, what they think. You're not challenging the relationship. You're just swept away in this beautiful rush of these chemicals throughout your system. You're not finding out what really matters. You're relating with your body, not your mind. So your bodies may be connected, but your minds, your values, your thoughts aren't really what's important when your body is going through all that chemical rush. And to think about it is really interesting. They've done brain scans on people who, when they're looking at their romantic interests and they're kind of newly infatuated, what they found as they did the functional MRI is that their brains look like someone who has obsessive compulsive disorder or someone with a drug problem. We're that wild when we're into this chemical rush. And newly infatuated, if you found somebody, oh my God, we have great chemistry, what the studies show is you spend 85% of your day thinking about that person, that object of your passion. Remember, we do. You may think that's not you, but really think about it. Maybe you're in the throes of that passion right now. Maybe you can remember that from the past. But it's kind of like getting high. It can feel good, it can have a rush to it, but it's a high, obsessed, kind of altered state. It's why sometimes we call it lovesick, because you're kind of reeling under the impact of all those chemicals rushing through your body. But the problem is that chemical rush, it doesn't last. It's not designed to last. It might be enough to bring people together to explore a little bit more fully, but it doesn't last. So when the chemistry invariably weakens, when the chemical rush starts to go down, then oftentimes we get upset. We think there's something wrong, or I'm with the wrong person, or there's something bad. And then we start fighting about the wrong things, or we say, you don't turn me on anymore, I don't have chemistry with you. We think there's something wrong. And oftentimes we think when that chemical reaction has run its course, that we've fallen out of love. And then we think, oh, there's something bad, then I don't love this person anymore, I need to find another one. Not necessarily. It could be that you're just getting ready for the next phase of relationship, the next phase of love, which is what's called companionate love. And that's a combination of a deep sense of secure attachment with another person, a sense of intimacy, where you have a little more commitment in the relationship, and really deep affection. So if that chemical rush can lessen, you might be getting ready, and if you really keep working with it, to have that companionate love, to have a companion that you share that security and affection and intimacy and commitment with. That's what starts to make more satisfying, deeply lasting relationships. And it's way more than chemistry. It's something you need to work at. And if you continue to work at it and deepen that, you can actually eventually perhaps achieve what they call consummate love. Consummate love is a high level of passion and intimacy and commitment all together. So when the chemicals die down and you think you're falling out of love, it actually might be the beginning of something even greater. So don't just depend on chemistry. It's not sufficient. It's not enough for what it is that we really need and want and desire deeply in our lives. We actually could be having deeper, more committed, more nourishing, more fulfilling relationships and friendships and connections where we really know ourselves and know the people that we're with. So as we look at this, really look at, don't worry about that falling out of love thing if it's just based on chemistry. It's not that important. And really go for more than that high. Dig into the relationship. Find out what you think, what you feel, what the people you're in a relationship think and feel, what they believe. Really test that. Go beyond what your body's telling you to what your heart is telling you and what your mind is telling you. Be willing to risk in the relationship. Say what you like and what you don't like. Express your opinions. Share your feelings with one another. And don't just float on that chemical high. Dig into the relationship. Really find out who this person is. Are they up to the game of really learning and growing with you? Check that out and don't just get carried away on that river of chemicals and that passion. So again, chemistry is not wrong. It's just not right enough to build a relationship on. That it's insufficient. It's not the hallmark of great relationships. And we really can dig into relationships, really have that companionate love over time if we work it, if it's someone who's willing to work on themselves and in the relationship, and maybe ultimately that consummate love, a passion, intimacy, security, affection that's long-lasting, deeply satisfying, and what true love is all about.